The recruiting landscape can be awfully hard to navigate. We hear that all the time from players and parents. One organization that's attempting to streamline that process is Athletes to Athletes, and we're here to chat with the co-founder and CEO of Athletes to Athletes at athletes2athletes.com. It's Reed Meyer. Reed, appreciate your time. Thanks for coming in.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Okay, so let's start with this. What is Athletes to Athletes, and why was this some sort of passion project for you?
Absolutely, yeah. So Athletes to Athletes is a one-on-one advising service for high school student athletes that want to go compete in college. And we help them navigate the college evaluation, college selection, and college recruitment process. And it was sort of born out of my own personal experience and the experience of college athletes that I know well, and sort of that tree that's extended from there. And really it's just this realization that, we've created this very athlete-minded search process for student athletes when it comes to college. We don't really take into consideration the academic factors, the personal, preferences, the financial needs, and all the different aspects that make up what is this kid, this student. And so we're really trying to address those issues and make sure that when our kids find their right fit, they're making that decision for the next 40 years and not just the next 4.
You mentioned your own personal experience, and that was integral. Can you go into that? Tell me a little bit about what happened with you and why that kind of sparked this organization.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll give you the real short version. Yeah. So basically, I was a recruited student athlete. Spent my time going to 4 different colleges in 4 years. Started a Division I program as a scholarship athlete at Texas Tech University, and ultimately ended up getting my degree from the University of Texas as a full-time student. So I sort of went through the entire gambit of Division I scholarship athlete, walk-on junior college athlete, to burning out of my sport entirely and just becoming a full-time student. So what defined me for the first 16, 17 years of my life ended up being something that I couldn't even pursue throughout the course of my college career. And a lot of it was due to the fact that I felt like I really went through the process in the high school recruiting aspect wrong. I was very reactive, it was very athlete heavy, and I made this realization when I got to college that no matter how great sports are, they cannot make up for the other 80% of what your college experience is going to be.
Well, and I think we hear that all the time. People get an offer from, if you're a football player, let's use football as an example. Football player, you get an offer from this big football university, you go play there. That might be all you look at. It seems to me that Athletes to Athletes, what you guys are doing is trying to expand that vision and look at it more holistically. Is that a fair way to put it?
Yes, you're absolutely right. We want to make a holistic decision when it comes to the college process, and not to diminish anybody who's going to get a scholarship offer from a Power 5 Division I conference, everything down to an opportunity to play at the Division III level, NAIA, NJCAA. Who cares? We want kids to be able to succeed wherever they are. And for different kids, that means different things. And we think it's important to sort of shy away from this unilateral bar of success that Power 5 means success. And that's just not the case. For some people it does. And for some people, playing at a Division II level, being able to study abroad, get a international business degree, or hey, if you want to go to Colorado School of Mines and play D3 and get a blacksmithing degree, then that's the right fit for you. And there's no one mold that everyone needs to try and fit, or one tier that everyone needs to try and reach.
So then how do you start that process? If let's just say I'm an athlete and I've got an offer from 5 or 6 different places and I'm not really sure which one is right for me. How does Athletes to Athletes start that process of getting them to where they ultimately belong?
Yeah, absolutely. So we generally start actually at the sophomore level for a lot of our kids, sophomore into early junior year. So those kids that are getting those verbal offers at that time, it's certainly a bit of a different conversation because they are sort of getting that interest at an earlier age, and we definitely help them work through that process. But for a lot of our kids, it's really understanding the foundation of what is being a college student, what is being a college athlete, what is going through the recruiting process, what is evaluating colleges holistically, sort of understanding that process as a whole. And then sort of specializing in different places of, hey, if this kid needs a little bit of help communicating with colleges, let's help them address that. Hey, if this family needs a little bit of help with understanding financial aid and outside scholarship opportunities, let's help them understand those as well. And ultimately ending up with the graduation phase where we help them process, essays, resumes, applications, scholarship applications, whatever that might be, to maximize their opportunities at the next level. And so, we really think through that holistic process, we're helping these kids really just understand how to learn how to be a college kid and learn what their passion points are to apply that when it comes to deciding where to play at the next level.
You guys are trying to streamline the process. I'm interested kind of in your experiences. What do you feel like are the biggest pitfalls for kids whenever they're going through this process? What are you on the lookout for specifically whenever you're going through this?
Absolutely. I think, one of the biggest things that we find, and it's nobody's fault, but, kids want to live up to the expectations of outside forces, whether that be parents, whether that be friends, whether that be media or whatever it might be. There's this expectation that, if I'm not going here, if I'm not getting talked to here, if I don't have a verbal offer here, then somehow I'm not succeeding or somehow I'm not reaching some level that I've arbitrarily set for myself. And we try really hard to break that mold and that understanding of, hey, that line is different for everybody. You just need to figure out what fits you and what is the right place for you to be, and let's go after those types of schools and those types of divisions and those types of institutions aggressively and unapologetically. If that's where you're going to succeed, let's go. Let's do it.
Reed Meyer, the co-founder and CEO of Athletes to Athletes, athletes2athletes.com. Reed, appreciate you stopping by and chatting with us.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Thanks so much for watching that video. If you would like more and to be notified when they come out, go ahead and click that subscribe button right down there. You can also watch Texas Football Today every day live at noon on TexasFootball.com, Facebook, Twitch, and right here on YouTube. For more of the best coverage of Texas football in the Lone Star State, go to TexasFootball.com/subscribe.